Hello, everyone. Hi. Are you afraid of your own power? Are you afraid of your own greatness? As a parenting consultant, I find this all the time, that parents are afraid to step into that. I find this in business as well, that people are afraid to step into that. And there's lots of reasons why that is. And I've kind of brought it down into two areas why it's hard for us to step into that. And they both go back to our childhood, really starting really young, and things that got ingrained into us, into our brain and into our body. And so the first one is that our power got squashed. When we were really young, it was really common that when a child had a tantrum, when we had a tantrum, we would get, sent to our room, hit maybe, blasted, yelled at, all kinds of things would happen, separated, and which were not the things that we actually needed. And so and actually now neuroscience has taught us that tantrums are good. They're healthy. They're a healthy process to offloading things that are hard and the tension so that we can grow and we can move forward and we can connect better, we can play better, we can love better. And so it's the way we heal when they're supported. And so when thinking about how if we didn't have that kind of support, what got ingrained into us was that we got negative messages. We got negative messages from showing our power. Like if we were demanding as a child, and I'm not saying that these things don't have to be addressed. What I'm saying is that, a child who's demanding needs to have warm limits, not to be hurt in some way, not to be blasted or blamed or shamed or shunned or separated from other people. It's actually, kids play with power. That's what they do. They don't know how it works. They're learning how it works. And if we get blasted when we show our power, high harmony, then we get squashed. Our power gets squashed. We learn that, that's not a good thing to do. It's not a good thing to express our power. And so that experience of, hi Chris, of having our power squashed at a really young age, it really is a problem for us when we get older. That all comes up again. Those feelings of, oops, I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't show myself, I shouldn't be seen, shows up again. And so, and those moments too, when we got squashed as a child, really in many ways were like our most vulnerable moments. And so when we showed vulnerability within our power, because having vulnerability is incredibly powerful, and we got that squashed, oftentimes that was a pattern that developed too over time, that we happened again and again and again. And so we just learned that's how we are in the world. Don't show our power, don't be vulnerable, don't be seen, don't show ourselves. And so that's the pattern that we develop. And that's one huge reason why we're afraid to show our power. So the other reason that I came up with was that many times also in our childhood, we were overpowered, right? So we were maybe bullied, we were shamed, we were forced to do things that we didn't want to do, even if we said no. Or just forced to do things that we didn't want to do because we were young, because we didn't have as much say. We didn't have rights. In our country, children don't have rights. Adults have the rights. And so there's that power imbalance where adults can do that. And I'm not saying that parents can't be a figurehead and a person to guide their family. That's super important. But when we're constantly forcing power over another person, hi Alfonso, then the person who is having that happen to them learns through that pattern behavior that, oh, power is bad. And they might actually do one of two things. They might start to become powerful over other people and use power over other people, or do the opposite and be squashed again and just not express that power at all and not know how to use it. So many of us have struggled with this idea around using our power, standing in our truth. And that can be hard for us. So if you want, you can go back to the video from yesterday where I talked about practicing using power in our body, whether it be how we walk, how we, if you're physically fit, you could do some things with that. Like just do a slow push-up and feel the power in your body. Breathing, like feel the power of breath. You can do that to help experience power in your body, because as you can see, what I'm talking about with all these experiences from childhood that many of us had, that our body shut down and our body started to have experiences of being powerless, and that goes to our brain. If we can one of the ways to retrain your brain is to help your body to feel powerful in simple steps. And then, I even use the example of like cutting carrots, like just feel powerful in that and what your body can do. And then we can retrain our brain to say, ooh, I am powerful. And that's baby steps, of course. It is baby steps. This isn't something that you turn the light bulb on and you figure it out. So the other thing is to be around people who can handle your truth. Like have a group of people where you get to show your power and they don't shut you down. Being in relationships like that is extremely helpful. So if you can say to somebody that cares about you, hey, I'm not feeling good about this right now, and that you can be truthful, that you can say, I'm afraid, or I'm feeling sabotaged right now, that you can speak your truth, be really direct about it, and that person doesn't try to blast you for it. Like they can accept your truth. That's what we really need in relationship, is where people can accept our truth. And then you can have a healing practice around it. You can have a healing conversation around it. And it doesn't mean that things have to change dramatically, but you having that experience where you get to speak your truth, because as children, I know that I didn't get to speak my truth. I know that I didn't get to be who I really was as a young child. And so when we get to do that, it changes everything. It changes everything. So I honor your practice and finding your truth and facing your fear. The other thing I do is listening partnerships, which I've talked about before and I will talk about for many years to come, where I share support with another caring adult, and that I get to practice power in that relationship, and it's timed, and you get to role play if you want. You get to use the time as you want. So that's another place where I just really get to get angry, get rageful, get really pissed off, and be powerful. So I encourage you to do that. You can always Google listening partnership as well to find more information on that. And so I hope you all have a blessed day, and thank you for joining me today, and good luck with exploring your own power. All right, bye-bye.